Welcome to the show, everyone. Remember, it's not just rock and roll, it's Holy Joe rock and roll. Let's get this show started.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Movie Reviews. I'm Holy Joe Rock and Roll, and this is my review of Star Wars The Force Awakens 2015. This is the latest, obviously, in the ongoing series, and it's the first movie from Disney now that Disney bought LucasArts a couple years ago for $4 billion. I have to say, for the record, I am a fan of Star Wars. In 1977, when it first came out, actually I was not allowed to see the movie. Science fiction was not something my parents were into. I was still a teenager. I lived in a foreign country, and we didn't go to the movies very often. We didn't live close to any theaters. But I did get to see it a few years later, and I was, wow, it's a pretty cool movie. I always wondered, Star Wars, what's the big deal, But anyhow, I don't know if it's the fact that I'm getting older or that I'm more attuned to the younger characters, the original characters, but I have to say, and I don't know if you've also feel this too, but now come on, man. It's just, a lot of it is just more of the same. And one thing I want to just ask people who write movies, why are all future movies war movies? I mean, is the future, is that the future? Is that what the future holds for us? That's all your imagination can give is just war? War after war after war, that's all the future holds? I'm just saying. There's nothing more interesting. I mean, what happened to the goal of a perfect future, right? I mean, that was coming out of the 60s, before I was even born, probably. This wonderful, beautiful, perfect future that was planned, was promised. And now all we see in the movies is just war. Anyhow, look, let's get into some brass tacks. There definitely are going to be some spoiler alerts. I hope you saw the movie. Let's just review some of the things that happened. Okay, first off, you got this Rey character who is a garbage picker, a scavenger. Now, again, it's one of those things. Why does the drone come to her? Or why does she come into possession of it? It's just sort of by happenstance. And then later on, she sort of has the Force. She has Force powers. Why? Who is she? We don't know who she is, right? Well, we know that she was taken from her parents somehow, but what's the deal? Who's her parents? That's just a question I have. That's like, okay, are they leaving it for a future episode? But come on. Didn't we see this before with Anakin Skywalker? He was a slave with his mom, and just some nobody who had the Force. I'm just saying, it's like a rehash of the same stuff. Then, of course, you have this black man who plays Finn, who's a clone. Or actually, he's not a clone. He said that he was taken from his family at a young age and trained to be a fighter, and then in his first battle, he refused to fight. It was like, what? And, I mean, is it racist that they have this black man sweating so much on camera? I mean, I haven't seen a black man sweat on camera since Forrest Whitaker. Since Forrest Whitaker in Ghost Dog, right? Do you remember that? I haven't seen a black man sweat so much in a movie. It was crazy. And it was just stress. The guy's stressed out. He's sweating. I mean, come on. Did they rub, I don't know, Vaseline on his face? I never seen anybody sweat that much. Seriously, black or white. I never seen anybody sweat like that. So that just, come on. I don't know. It's just weird. Okay, now, the deeper problems that I have with the movie is you find out that Han Solo and... Okay, let's before we get to Han Solo. Rey gets this drone, the Empire or the First Dimension or whoever this is, this new Empire, this new anti-Empire finds out that she has it, sends these spaceships to blow her up, but keep the drone alive. It's just so weird. And then she just so happens to steal the Millennium Falcon, and she gets captured by Han Solo and Chewbacca, who are looking for their Millennium Falcon, which was stolen from them. Now, come on. It just... it's just too coincidental, and I didn't like the way they put that together. It's just weird, and I didn't like that. And then of course you find out Han Solo and Princess Leia. I was almost ready to say Princess Diana. Princess Leia. They had a son who was being trained in the ways of the Jedi by Luke Skywalker. Only again, he turns to the dark side like Anakin Skywalker. Why? I mean, I thought the Force was so good. Why is everybody turning to the dark side? And they have this new bad guy who's known as the Supreme Leader. And I mean, they really should have dressed the guy up in an Iranian clerical costume, because that's the same name that the Iranians use for their Supreme Leader, which was kind of bogus. But you know, I don't know what, it just kind of tiring. Kind of tiresome. Special effects were good, but you know what? It just drones on. I mean, it's like pew 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 pew. Attack the base with attack as many waves as you can. Pew 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 pew. It just kind of annoying. Was it annoying for you? It's kind of annoying. The story, and then of course, again, spoiler alert, people. I hope you saw this. So Harrison Ford, of course, the man who plays Han Solo, it's been known that he wanted his character to die off. He didn't want to be in any more Star Wars movies for whatever reason. For whatever reason. Probably he's just tired of playing Han Solo. He gets killed by his son, and kind of these, why is the father's always being killed by the son in all these movies, right? It's just a rehash of the same writing. That's one of my sort of criticisms of the series. It's the same shit over and over again, and it's not even telling the same story. It's a different story, but the same elements told differently. It's stupid. It's nothing new or exciting or interesting about this, except you have new names for the new villains doing the same thing. Playing ISIS, killing innocent people, and blowing shit up. Now, it turns out that the whole purpose of this drone is to get a map to find where is Luke Skywalker. Where is Luke Skywalker? I mean, oh God, that's the whole point of the movie. Find Luke Skywalker. I say, screw Luke Skywalker. Find yourself another Jedi. But anyhow, Han Solo gets killed off. Rey, flies the Millennium Falcon with Chewbacca and shows up. They put the map together with the missing pieces, and she goes and returns Luke Skywalker's lightsaber to him. And Luke Skywalker, now this is the only part of the movie that was cool, was Luke Skywalker now looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi from the first movie, because Luke Skywalker, of course, is, 40 years older? Luke Skywalker is practically the same age as Obi-Wan Kenobi was in the first episode of Star Wars. So that kind of ties everything together and sets you up for another movie, The Force Awakens, whatever. Honestly, I went to the theater I was in Lublin at the time, and there was a 2 o'clock, I wouldn't call it a matinee, but a 2 o'clock showing, but it was dubbed, so it would have been dubbed into Polish, and I didn't want to see that, because I'd rather just see it in English with the Polish subtitles, because, I know if they dubbed it, it's going to sound ridiculous, Instead of, Luke, I'm your father, it's going to be, Łukasz, jestem twoja ojciec, and that just doesn't have the same ring to it. So instead, I lucked out and found a low-quality first edition copy on the torrents. That's what I'm going by. So I'm assuming that everything's good to go. But that's what I saw. I'm sure even if I saw it in HD, 3D, cinematic, whatever, I'd have the same reaction. Listen, I'd love to hear your comments. What did you like it? If you're a veteran of the Star Wars franchise, you've generally liked it. Did you like this movie? Is it as good as you expected it to be? Did it let you down as it sort of let me down? I'd love to hear from you. Please leave some comments down below. Thumb it up, subscribe, tell your friends. I'm Holy Joe Rock and Roll. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.